Hey everyone, Big Pauly back for some more What's in the Poundland bin? Oh yes, baby. Okie dokie. Should we dig down and find out what we're gonna pull out today? Ooh. Let's do it, folks. Hello, Dusty Bin, Poundland Bin. How are you today? Shall we stick my little hand down your little throat and see what we're going to yank out? Are you ready, folks? Yeah, that's enough. Do it. Okie dokie. Oh my god, I've got one right down the bottom. And it's sealed. Oh, I have no idea what this is. Oh yes, baby. I've got something that's sealed. Blimey, my face is shiny, isn't it? Okie dokie, what have we got? Other than a bad bag. You know his name? It's Russell. Okie dokie, right. What have we got then? I'm so happy that I mixed up the Poundland bin. And this is a recent pickup. Oh yes, baby. The only way out is to run. Cop car, cop car. Oh yes, cop car with Kevin Bacon. Blimey, this was only like a couple of weeks ago I bought this. Yeah, I think I'll keep doing that, actually. I'll keep mixing the bin up. Otherwise, all I'm going to be doing is pulling out titles from 2 years ago. So I'm glad I'm sort of like taking them out, putting new ones in, take them out, all that kind of shit. Yeah, you don't want to know all about that crap. As long as the bin is full. Wow. Oh, my God, he looks a bit of a mean bastard there, doesn't he? He's certainly not doing any EE adverts there. Right, okay, let's get this baby on. This is actually one film I've really been looking forward to seeing. Let's do it. Okie dokie, so we've got the wrapping off it. Oh, look, we've got some nice art. Oh, look how clean that is. Just a few bits of dust. Fantastic. Coming in we go. Now, all together now, let's make a sound of a cop car. Woo, 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 nee-na, nee-na, nee. Oh, get on with it. You're nicked, sonny. Okay, so the disc is in, it's spinning. I've got my drink. It's time to watch the movie. Let's do it. Okay, so cop car. Woo, 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 woo. That's quite enough of that. Yes. Oh, bloody hell. I really, really enjoyed it. I knew I was going to like it because I remembered the trailer. And I've been waiting so long to see this film. But yeah, really good. But it did leave me wanting more. Kind of a little bit unfulfilled at the end. Kind of ended abruptly, but I'll get to that in a minute. Okay, basically the film revolves around these two runaway kids. When the film starts out, they're out strolling across these rolling hills, getting away from everything, and they stumble upon this abandoned cop car that's just sitting there amongst all these trees with a beer bottle on the bonnet. They're doing all this daring stuff like, I dare you to go and touch it, not knowing if there's anybody around. So they're trying all the doors and everything, and one of the doors is open. So they get in, and it's kind of like, let's see if we can drive this thing. Let's see how well we can drive this thing. And they take turns driving it, and they drive it out and across these rolling hills, flooring it and that kind of thing. It's their cop car now. No one is taking that cop car away from them. They're having so much fun, and it's very entertaining. It's real fun watching these kids just messing about with this cop car and just getting out and exploring and all that kind of shit. The kind of thing that I wanted to do when I was a kid. Although I didn't have a cop car. And then we get to see the real reason why that cop car is there in the middle of the woods, abandoned. We get to see Kevin Bacon, the sheriff, and what he's doing there. And he's trying to dispose of a couple of brothers that he's got in the boot of his car. Now, he manages to get rid of one, but then he goes back to where he left the car, and he's a bit confused. Looking all around. Where did I leave my car? This happened to me many times in Tesco's car park. Shit, where did I park? And he runs furiously across these hills back to his house. In communication with dispatch, trying to find out where his car is, trying to find out if anyone's seen the car, making excuses about radio problems and all that kind of stuff. Meanwhile, the kids hear a knocking coming from the boot. So they decide to open it, and they find one of the other brothers, all bloodied up. I can't remember the actor's name, but he's the bloke that played Nucky's brother in Boardwalk Empire. He was a cop in that, wasn't he? Yes, he was. And he's all, I'm a good guy. Kevin Bacon's a bad guy, and, let me go, and all that kind of shit. So they do let him go, but he turns on them and locks them in the back of the car. The whole idea is to lure Kevin Bacon back to this car so that, we'll call him Nucky's brother. Nucky's brother can take him out. But there is an interfering element to the story of this woman that's driving down these open roads earlier in the film and passes this cop car swerving all over the road, seeing a small glance of kids driving the car. And she's thinking that she's mad, and she reports it. And she eventually goes out looking and finds the car and gets involved in a shootout between Kevin Bacon and Nucky's brother. And after the rather enjoyable shootout near the end of the film, it kind of comes to a standstill, kind of leaves it unresolved, kind of thinking, shit, that's this week's episode done, I can't wait for next week. Except there's not going to be a next week. It really does leave it hanging. Like, what happened? what happened. And I kind of want to know what happened. I really do want to know. Was it resolved at the end? But yeah, it was a bloody, really enjoyable movie. It was an hour and a half, just under an hour and a half. Although there's not a lot of fast-paced moving scenes, the story is really engrossing. And the first half hour, just about, well, these first 20 minutes or so, about these kids, just nothing but these kids, was so mesmerising to watch these kids, what they were doing. And I mean, the film starts out with them playing this game while they're walking across these hills, seeing how many curse words that they can get out. And it's just hilarious as to what's the next word. And yeah, the story kind of flips every now and again between the kids and Kevin Bacon, and then the kids and Kevin Bacon. So far as the main actors of the film, there's only about 5. There's Kevin Bacon, Nucky's brother, the 2 kids, and the woman. That's it. That's the whole focus of the story. You hear about other characters, such as the kids' parents or grandparents, plus Dispatch, but you don't see them. These are literally the main characters of the film, and that is perfect. You don't need to know anything about the other characters. We don't want to know. I don't want to meet the stepdad or the gran. They're not important to the story. But the story is really good. It kept me engrossed for the whole film. And I never got bored. It was such a great film. The picture quality for the film, though, was really good. It was really good. Hardly any grain. I know a lot of the film is set out in the rolling hills and like the forests. So there's a lot of greens and dirts and things like that. But it's beautiful landscapes and beautiful photography, cinematography. So yes, really top notch. The sound was really good. It's DTS HD Master Audio 5.1, which upscaled to Neuro. But there was a lot of use. I mean, when they were walking across the hills, there's like winds blowing in your background and twigs, and you've got, when they're in the forest, you've got the birds tweeting and crickets croaking behind you. Do crickets croak? I suppose they do. And yeah, it's really great. And when they do use force, when they do use shotguns or handguns, the guns shots are loud and echo and behind you, and so it's a great use of the surrounds. So I was very, very impressed with both the picture and the sound quality and the film. I have to say that since I've been doing the Poundland bin, there's very few films that have kind of like taken me by surprise, and made me think, bloody hell, this was well worth a quid. One of the films being The Impossible with Ewan McGregor about the disaster, with the tidal wave. This is another one. This is a truly great film. Kevin Bacon was really good. He was really good in this film. But these 2 kids are a standout. The usual thing about kids being either annoying in a film or having no purpose in a film. I could have watched this film with just these 2 kids. I could have watched an entire film based around these 2 kids with no other actors. They were superb actors. And they were just a joy to watch on the screen. And they never got annoying. I really liked their friendship. They're kind of like love-hate friendship. So yes, I was really impressed with everything about this film. The cast, the picture, the sound, the acting. The acting was top-notch. And these kids were bloody brilliant. So yes, I really enjoyed it. There are some bonus features as well. There's a couple of bonus features which I might fling on in a minute. Their first and last ride, the making of Cop Car, and Cop Car Tour. So I guess it's maybe a police tour around the actual police car, showing you all that kind of stuff. So I might have a look at that. But yes, absolutely brilliant. Loved every minute of it. What a great what's in the Poundland bin pick this week. Very impressed. Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give Cop Car a very healthy 8. Yes. So let's find out what I'm going to do with Cop Car Blu-ray. You probably already know, but let's go over to the bin and the little stack of keepable Blu-rays. Okay, so here we are, Cop Car. I really do like that cover. That's a really nice cover. It doesn't tell you too much. Fantastic. Okay, so what are we going to do with it? Is it going in the old recycling there with all the others? Or is it going down in my little keep pile down there? Well, that is my keep pile. So let's add it to the keep pile. Brilliant. And later on, I'll actually go through the keep pile because there might be one or two that maybe I don't really want. But yes, fantastic. That's the little pile of increasing Blu-rays that I'm keeping for now. So I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Like it by giving it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, comment and share and all that kind of shit. Head on down to the Patreon link in the description below if you want early access as early as a day or two before the actual broadcast. Yes, fantastic. And I shall see you all on the next video. Bye!